rheumatism or migraines, whatever part of your body it is, I want you to lay it on your radio. Let the vibes flow through. Funk not only moves, it can remove.
Woo! What's up? We're live here on Grown Man Record Night. We appreciate you joining us. It's another great Friday night. It's Memorial Day. And so I figured I'd do another monologue like I did last week. But normally when I hear a monologue, I've been eating a lot of cheese, so I only get one log when I go to the restroom. When I hear a monologue, that's what I think of. So what's been going on in the news, studio guests? What we got? It was a big tornado out in Oklahoma, and destroyed a bunch of stuff, killed a bunch of kids. And so I guess the way we should fix this is we should have armed meteorologists in all elementary schools.
Absolutely.
What are they armed with?
Armed with knowledge. Armed with knowledge.
And storm shelters.
And storm shelters. We've got to keep the kids safe and support the troops.
We got the guys in England killing the soldier.
What's that?
We got the crazy guys in England killing the soldier live on the street.
Crazy guy in England killing the soldier.
Then hanging out and giving interviews.
Nobody knew that guy was going to pull something off. I mean,
yeah, he didn't look crazy.
He had bloody hands and like hooks and sharp things. I mean, who didn't?
Yeah.
He looked like a pterodactyl. I mean, speaking of multicultural, you know, around my neighborhood, this is a pretty multicultural neighborhood. There's a lot of different ethnicities around here, and it's pretty cool. But around here, if you fall and break your leg, you know who you call?
Ghostbusters?
911. 911.
What's the joke?
Okay.
Those jokes are
we
all the
appreciate
same.
everybody joining us, spending their Memorial Day weekend Friday night. This is the kickoff to the weekend. You know, I took the day off. So we got some special guests in the studio tonight, some unexpected guests, and we're going to talk about some records. We're going to talk about some sodas. We're going to talk about some potato chips. We're going to have a grand old evening. So stay tuned with us here on Grown Man Record Night. Okay, we're back here live on the set. Special guest in the studio. Here on this Memorial Day weekend, we got Carl, a return guest here. Carl came up from Wilmington along with his wife Tiffany, who's off the scene, off the shot. She's out of the shot.
Yeah, out of frame.
Out of frame. But we're here hanging out this evening. Carl and Tiffany brought a bunch of records up. We've been enjoying some of that soul music a little bit ago. We've been checking out. Courtesy of Carl. So what's been going on, man? What brings you up to this neck of the wave? Because you're about 3.5 hours outside of your normal type business, right? So what are you doing up this way?
Yeah, we're on a little mini road trip for the Memorial Day weekend. Heading in the opposite direction of everyone else.
Yeah.
And going up to Virginia, actually, to visit some relatives. See my grandmother, see my aunt. Nothing too fancy, nothing too exciting, just some good family time. And
that's cool.
Passing through the High Point, so had to stop in. And
this is the headquarters of it all. When you're when you're talking live internet television experiences, this is the hub. This is pretty much the hub of it all.
High Point.
This is the High Point here on Grown Man Record Night. Friday nights, we're live.
Every Friday night.
It's live. Hey, speaking of live, cameraman, what's been going on with you?
Oh.
All about it?
Not about it.
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, our man Sean0612 hooked us up with yet another graphic in our graphic staple.
Dude, those graphics are nice.
Go to the very bottom of the list and check out the this new graphic that Sean has hooked us up with. And what it has is my head coming out of a hole. And I told him that's actually perfect. Check that out. That's good stuff, man. According to my dad, I've had my head stuck down in the dirt for a really long time.
It's now coming back out.
Yeah, I'm popping back out to see everybody. And
but did you see your shadow?
I may probably. I mean, I'm kind of fat, Carl. I probably saw all kinds of shadows down there. Just to be honest about it, I didn't really do any research this week.
I was just wondering if we were going to have 6 more weeks of winter.
I don't think so. It's already hot, but it's cool this evening.
Oh,
it is.
Even at the beach, it's
cool this evening.
Even at the beach, it's cool today.
Yeah, man.
So I tell you what, let's before we get into the records that you brought, we've been asked to keep kind of a rundown of what we play for the evening in case people actually went out and bought records from what we've played on the program. They went out and actually purchased the CD or whatever, or saw the record, and so say, hey, make sure, or download a song, whatever your pleasure.
Yeah.
So we'll just run through these that we played up to this point. Rich and Roach. This is Buddy Rich versus Max Roach. They're bands. We talked about this a little while ago. I got this record for free because some guy was like, "Oh, can't get rid of these records," and I'm like, "You can't get rid of this for $1 or anything?" I don't understand. There's intruders in the house.
I swear something just happened.
We have invaders.
We have shenanigans.
There's things
going on.
happening.
There might be space invaders.
Space invaders of the floor left. Hey, what's up?
But we're also checking out, we checked out the Pete Kelly's Blues, which is the one that had Jack Webb in it from Dragnet. Do you see that, Carl?
Oh, well, no, this was before I arrived this evening.
Now, let's check that out.
Wow.
That's Jack Webb of Dragnet fame.
Yes, it is.
And if you notice, it even says it's like a Mark 7 something or other on there. Mark 7 on here.
Wow.
And, just like on the bing, at the end of the program, the Dragnet and Adam 12 and all that.
Played.
We listened to a Cameraman record. This is on the Gobblestone label, Breakthrough, the Cedar Walton Hank Mobley Quintet. Hey, Karma, we got a dog in here. Charles Davis, Sam Jones, Billy Higgins. Look at this is, in my opinion, this is probably Cameraman's best jazz record. I think so.
Right.
Way to go, cameraman.
Way to go, cameraman.
I like this one better. The Exciting Hampton Europe is a good record. This is 72 on Buddha Records. Cedar Walton, Hank Mobley. Let's show that off a little bit. That's one of my favorites. It's a cool cover. We've actually played that a lot here on the program real early on for people that tune in for the jazz portion. I know a lot of people show up for the rock section as it gets later and whatnot, but we play a lot of jazz early on and go into funk, go into some rock and roll. There's a hierarchy too. I mean, there's a method to the.
Had to bring some soul with it tonight.
Oh yeah,
as I like to come.
I'm kind of slacking my soul collection, so that's really cool that you brought some of that. And it's not stuff you run into a lot, really.
No. I'm a bit of a soul aficionado.
Yeah. Your dad's got a really dope record collection.
My dad's got a record collection you would not believe.
Doesn't he have the drawers of the 45s and all that?
Oh, yeah. Custom-made drawers full of 45s, stuff off small labels. Being from the High Point area, I'm sure you're aware of Fantasia Barrino.
Yeah. We talked about her on the program before, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, but I'm referencing this in another capacity.
Yeah.
She had two uncles.
Yep.
Local.
Mon uncle.
Local here. Called the Barrino Brothers back in the 60s.
Yeah.
Put out a couple 45s here locally around the Greensboro area. And my dad's got them.
Really?
Got them.
I did not know that.
Yep.
That's interesting. Because her music's
terrible.
Terrible. That's terrible.
Absolutely terrible. No, I'll go there.
That's about as bad as it gets. But that's cool. Hey, we'll keep it moving.
Maybe
we'll talk about your dad a little bit more because he's an interesting cat and he's got a lot going on. This is the swinging sounds of Bill Doggett and his combo. Oops. This is on Columbia. Let's see what year this is. This is 62 on Columbia.
Wow.
Yeah, very nice. It's got Honky Tonk Part 1, Part 2, Canadian Sunset, yabba dabba da. This is a great record, and I've got a couple of Bill Doggetts, and for some reason I don't pull them out too often. And it's a cool record, man, and I appreciate having that. What are you doing?
Filling up your beer.
Oh, that's all right. Hang on, let me kill it. Okay.
1, 2, 3, kill your beer.
Oh, look at that. Sweet. Drunk like a true man.
We continued on with this was a really cool record. Les McCann, who's one of my favorites. If you've any kind of familiar with the program, you know we play a lot of Les McCann here.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And this is one I picked up in Asheville when I was on a trip with a girlfriend.
Excellent.
Paid a little chunk of change, but this is Les McCann Fish This Week, double LP on Blue Note.
Nice.
And this looks like, what is this? Is this 63? XX. No, is that 83? What is that?
I don't know, man.
Come on, man. Get up on your...
It's all Greek to me, bro.
No, it's all Roman. But it is on Blue Note. It's a cool Blue Note label. It's the black, the blue with the black. And, hey, Tiffany, could you hold this up in front of the camera and let us see what Let us see what that cover looks like.
Back. Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah,
Oh,
look
yeah,
at that.
that's
Look at
what
that.
can.
Look at that.
Yeah.
It's cool having guests visit in the studio. It brings an
yeah.
extra vibe.
This next one here, you really turned me on to lately. I'd never heard of this before.
Yeah?
And I've caught it on Grown Man Record Night a couple times, and I've become a fan of it.
Yeah, this is a record. This was a former dig of the week, actually. A store I visit in the in Winston-Salem had this record, the Dave Pike set, Infrared, and didn't really know anything about these guys. And actually, the guys in the store didn't really know a lot about the guys either, and which is rare because they're pretty knowledgeable cats. And so I had them put it on the turntable, and it's 72 on the BASF label. Put it on the turntable, and it's some really weird jazz, but it's very nice.
It's good.
It's very nice.
It's got a very unique sound.
I wasn't familiar with the Dave Pike set, and I've not seen any more since then or before then. But if I do,
pick it up.
Definitely going to pick it up. And then we rock some Herbie Hancock, man.
I think we slipped in one of mine before Herbie.
Yeah, there's actually several years. This is Herbie Hancock Secrets. A really cool release, 76 on CBS. That goes into kind of the synthy, kind of funky, still jazzy Herbie Hancock stuff, which is great. Before we get into what would be our dig of the weeks, let's take a moment since it is Memorial Day weekend.
Oh yeah.
By the way.
What's that?
I need a record to put on, by the way.
We need a record to put on.
It is Memorial Day.
Oh, wait for it. Oh, like.
Do you want to go with the little West Point music? Feel it for a moment.
Yeah. Okay. We'll try this out. So what I have here in honor of Memorial Day is a 10-inch from the West Point Academy, custom processed and pressed by RCA Victor.
Can I make a request?
Sure.
I just have a simple request that Carl might gesticulate his
Gesticulars?
reactions to the record. You know,
His record? Reactions to the record?
Gesticulate the reactions to the record.
Carl, put your hands up here. There you go. And
That's
while
a
you're
Carl
talking,
reaction.
Make sure that the words
Emphasize.
kind of come out of your hands.
Oh, wait a minute. Do that one. Oh, never mind.
Let's try it out.
Yeah.
I'll try it with you on
All
three,
right,
Carl.
all right.
1, 2, 3.
Gesticulate.
Nice.
Yeah?
Felt pretty good.
Okay.
Nice.
So, anyhow, this is a 10-inch, the West Point music of the West Point band. And, I don't know a lot about this. I don't even remember where I got this. We'll cue this up. This may be our first 10-inch ever.
Won't be the last. So I got at least one more with me.
And we'll slip that on after this Parliament to play behind. But it's a cool record for Memorial Day. You got to support the troops, Carl.
Give a little salute, man. Know some
support-
veterans.
Got to support the troops,
Few
man.
few of my neighbors are veterans.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Old Bean. Yeah.
Yeah, old Bean's a veteran. My buddy Ern Dog, retired Navy.
Yeah.
Yeah, old Dirty Ernie.
So I got one more for Memorial Day. How about a little Canned Heat, Future
Oh,
Blues?
yeah.
Now this is some good stuff.
I can get with some can.
I say that because it's got the American flag on the cover here.
Upside down.
Yeah, it's upside down. But you know, it's at least our flag. Oh, cool vertical gatefold, man. Dude.
All right, hippie.
This is a really cool vertical. I don't think I've ever opened that up before. Cameraman, let's hold that up there.
Yeah.
Or Tiffany.
We got an assist. We got an assist from my wife here.
Yeah. Let's hold the record
got a
so
wife
it won't fall
assist
out. The
coming
bottom
up.
record will fall out, so be careful. Yeah.
Vertical fold here.
Yeah, look at this. This is Canned Heat, Future Blues, the
Back up a
vertical
little.
gatefold.
The little bottom part there.
Yeah. Oh, what are we saying there, Ron?
I don't know what we're saying there. They do.
Recording limit?
Down,
Soon.
Okay.
all the way up. A little bit of a
We're
zoom.
gonna have to
All
take a break.
Hippies.
All right, that's cool. Well, that's that's a cool record. Man, they jam. Canned Heat just puts it down. They
Yeah.
pick them up and they put them down. They pick them up and they put them down.
Oh yeah. Hey dog.
So,
So how do you mother?
tell me, Carl, about what you brought. Some of your records that you brought. And I tell you what, let's just go on and go to a little dig of the week graphic.
All right, yeah.
We'll make
Let's do
this as
that.
a grand old big ass dig of the week. Boom. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. It's Dig of the Week, and this is going to be a special Dig of the Week because this is a guest segment, Dig of the Week. And so Carl and Tiffany brought a bunch of records, and Carl has a unique way of bringing his records up here, and we're going to talk a little bit about that because I have a feeling a lot of you have been in this profession before that are watching this video. So Carl, before we get into the records,
You want me to pan?
you can jump all over it if you want.
Okay.
Or Carl, you bring it up.
Physical with it.
Tell me how you
All
transport your records and how that came about.
All right, so I have a very unique way, well, I consider it unique because I've never seen anybody else do it, of transporting my records, and we're going to keep the label off of there because as many... too late? All right, well, we'll keep it this way. As many years as a pizza guy, you wind up with a couple extra of these hot bags. Padded, Velcro sealed, perfect access
Yeah, man.
to take a stack of records on a road trip. So, getting into the records here. Looking back at what we've already played tonight. Just recently, before we came on segment, we were listening to Al Green's Greatest Hits. And this one is kind of special to me. My dad brought it back from England last year.
Oh,
This is
yeah?
actually the London pressing, made in England. You can see the price tag on here is in pounds, not
Oh,
dollars.
it's in pounds. That's different people the way they pay.
Hey, £7 for it. Paid about $10 for it.
We've got some English viewers of the program that I've been
Yeah.
back and forth with a few times.
Excellent,
That's really
excellent. Apparently, London's record stores are really where it's at.
cool. Yeah, that's cool, man.
So, a little bit before that, we heard Junior Walker and the All-Stars,
that was a
Shotgun.
That was a great record.
Heard side one of this. I don't know if we got a good shot on that.
Let's see
Let you
this.
take that for a second.
What year is this from, man? This
This
is
is
66?
This is the original release of this album on Soul on the
Wow.
Soul label.
66, man. That's the OG. That reserves
And
that
that-
deserves a little up with it.
All right. Apparently, we're back with it here, so I'm going to continue on. In the little soul segment we rocked down earlier, right
Yeah.
after Junior Walker, we heard a little bit of the Four Tops live in concert. And this is actually a loaner album from a good friend of mine.
Yeah.
Hopefully, y'all are still watching down there in Wilmy Wood.
Oh yeah, man.
A little shout out to Eddie and Andrea. They got a nice record collection of their own. Set me up with a couple loaners. This is one of them.
Oh, that's cool, man.
The other one we're going to hit a little bit later on, but it'll be well worth it.
All right. That's cool, man. That Four Tops is really cool. That's one of my favorite Four Tops I think I've ever heard.
It's a good one, man. It's
Because they
a
can
really,
slow it down sometimes to where it
Yeah,
pushes me
yeah.
past interest sometimes.
But the live album, they keep it upbeat, and that's actually for as early as it is. That's
Yeah.
a '60s recording, and for as early as it is, the sound quality is surprisingly well for live
Yeah,
recording.
That's nice.
The last one we heard a couple tracks off of with the soul segment was Diana Ross and the Supremes and the Temptations together.
Yeah.
yeah.
This is some Diana Ross songs, some Temptation songs. All the songs are done combined with both groups together.
Yeah.
And they're
Awesome.
different versions than you will hear on either one of the individual albums.
Oh,
Huh.
So it's
That's cool.
it's a totally different version. I know we heard I Second That Emotion, which is a really popular song. Most people will know it. But that's not the version you usually hear.
yeah?
It's definitely changed up a bit.
Yeah, man.
So
Different business.
that's what
Gotta
we
have different business.
covered earlier.
That's what we covered earlier. All right, now
All
we're
right.
in the Dig of the Week segment, so bust out some of
Okay.
your other shit, man.
All right.
Bring
Hey,
some
we're gonna
heat.
put this one after we're done.
Okay.
That's cool. That's cool.
So
Bring some heat, man.
I got like three things.
Don't F around, Carl.
Got three things here that I'm actually four that I'm really proud of. A couple of them I've had since 1996,
Yeah?
and a couple of them I've got recently. But the first one from '96,
Oh, come on now.
this is Physical Fatness, Fat Music Volume 3. If you're a punk rock fan, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, my God. Are you kidding me?
This is Fat Music, Fat Records, Fat Mike from NoFX. It's his label. This is the third one on vinyl. I bought it brand new in '96.
Yeah, man.
And
So you bought this back when it came out,
I bought this as soon as right when it came out.
and you bought it on vinyl back then.
Yeah. it came out
I
on vinyl.
remember you having this.
Yeah. I've had this a long time.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's all warped up because it went through the flood.
Hurricane Floyd?
Hurricane
Oh,
Floyd.
yeah.
That's
Me
it,
and
man.
cameraman lost
Everybody's-
3/4 everything we owned.
Damn.
But hey,
That's
things
whack.
go on.
That's whack Arnold, man.
It is. But hey, floods and hurricanes don't hurt vinyl, just the covers. The record plays great.
Keep it moving, man. What else you got?
Keeping it moving, keeping it moving.
Carl.
All right,
Carl.
this here's
Carl.
Where is the...
What, man?
Carl, I'll just preface you here in a few minutes. I'm going to ask you a very important question when it comes to Grown Man Record Night, and we got a video to accompany that.
Okay.
What?
You can go with that.
No, but I'll just preface that. So we got a video to accompany that. If cameraman didn't run off in the middle of nowhere,
yeah,
he's going off for Summers. Anyhow.
All right.
I'm here.
All right, what you got? Bring some noise. Bring some noise.
This is an old album. It's a new release of it, and I had to buy it because it's one of my favorite albums.
Oh man!
It's 80s metal. But Megadeth is back. They got a new album coming out next month.
Yeah.
It's not that good, actually.
No.
I've heard a bunch of songs off of it. This is still their best album ever.
Because their
Has to have
sucks.
it. And this is on 180 gram vinyl.
Nice.
It
Rust in
sounds
Peace.
great. We're going to listen to this a little later.
Yeah, that's awesome. So that's a reissue of Rust in Peace. When did they reissue that? Like last year?
Let's see.
That's pretty new.
It doesn't say. I believe it was like a 2011, 2012.
Right on, man.
It was
That's cool.
It was a real recent release.
Oh, it's nice and thick.
Oh, it's heavy. All right, so I got one more
All right,
loner.
bring it.
Got one more loner here.
Oh, honey, hush. We're talking Dr. Dre's The Chronic. Let's get a shot of that. Let's get a shot of that.
Full LP, double album.
Let's see.
Oh man, if you grew up in the '90s at all or were around,
yeah, you know.
This, y'all.
And
yeah.
And man, look at that. This is the full LP. This is not a 12-inch. This has got all the dope tracks from the '90s.
Album.
Oh
Real
man,
deal.
we're gonna have to cue some of that up.
Oh, we're gonna cue some.
I don't have enough hip hop. I've got some cool hip hop, but I don't have enough. This is man.
That one's not mine. That's actually a loner.
That's a
from our
double
friends down in
LP.
Wilmington. That's a double LP.
Wow, there's that many tracks on there, man.
And we're gonna.
That's
There's
got
only
all
3 or
the
4
great
tracks
stuff,
per side.
man. Death Row represent.
Yep. Snoop Dogg's debut.
We're gonna have to do some stuff with that here later.
Snoop's debut.
All right, bring some more.
Right.
Bring some more noise.
Okay. Bring up this one right here. All right. This one right here is another one I've had forever. Was in the flood. This is NoFX.
Oh yeah.
This right here, what makes this special is this is a band cover.
Yeah.
This album title here, let's bring it up close.
Yep.
This is entitled Eating Lamb. I don't know if you can see the cover good with the wrinkles. Lift it up a little bit, come back a little.
Oh, the back cover's
Yeah,
cool too.
you can see that.
Yeah. All right.
You can see that.
So, that was the cover that they got away with getting some out on vinyl and then they got banned. This CD is what they had to wind up doing. And if you listen to punk rock, you know NoFX's Heavy Petting Zoo.
Oh yeah.
One of their better albums.
Yeah, man. That's cool.
Yeah, I came across this as a random score.
That's that's pretty recent random score. You didn't pick this up back in the day.
I bought this brand new back in the day.
Really?
As you can see, that cover's all wrinkled up.
Hurricane
also,
Floyd.
A victim of Hurricane Floyd.
You damn hurricanes, get on out of here!
They also messed up my band double LP.
Oh.
Not the vinyl, just the covers.
Man.
All right, so I think we're about through with the good stuff, except for this crazy thing that my wife's mom got us for Christmas.
Mutation.
This is not what you think it is.
So explain this. Looney Tunes.
Merry Melodies.
Merry
Porky
Melodies.
Pig looking tougher and meaner than I've ever seen him.
Okay.
That's a mean Porky Pig right there.
I would have probably bought that anyhow because I like cartoons and whatnot.
That Porky Pig is ready to beat hippies.
Yeah. So explain to me what the deal is with this record.
That is actually a 3-album compilation of all the artists that were on Warner and Reprise Records in 1971.
What?
Yeah.
Say what?
We're talking about the Grateful Dead, the Youngbloods, Black Sabbath, Jimi Hendrix, Frank Zappa.
Oh my Lord.
Arlo Guthrie.
I just threw up in my mouth.
Captain Beefheart.
Oh yeah, Captain Beefheart. Pull out that insert.
We got some more. We got to go to the insert here. There's so many I can't even ditch. I mean, it comes with a book. I mean, we've got Pearls Before Swine, James Taylor. Let's see, who else we got in here? Mothers of Invention.
And his new band.
Yeah, this album, booklet here refers to Black Sabbath's lead singer as up-and-coming John Osborne.
John Osborne.
His new band.
And his new
Show that.
band, Black Sabbath.
Show that. Where's that at? Let's
is-
hold it up.
That's over here on page 1. It's real fine print, so
Yeah.
I don't know if we're going to be able to get it on camera.
I can
But on
try
page
it.
1 right here, Black Sabbath is John Osborne, who sings and plays harmonica.
Wow.
Tony Iommi, who plays guitar and flute. Flute?
Huh.
Bassist Geezer
Skin
Butler.
flute, right?
Yeah, meat whistle. And drummer Bill Ward. Paranoid. The tune included here was a #1 single in England and is the title track from the group's second album.
Wow.
We got Little Feat on here. Somebody called Hard Meat that I'm not too sure about.
Oh, wow. Hard
Fleetwood
meat.
Mac.
So this is literally everybody that was on
Warner and Reprise.
Warner and Reprise
in 1971.
in 1971.
Yes.
3 LP.
3
set.
LPs worth.
Huh.
And it's divided up by genre. Each side of an LP represents kind of a different style of music or a different aspect of Warner or Reprise's catalog.
That sounds like a record I want to listen to, Carl. Look through my eyeball.
Hey.
Look at my eyeball.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds
Coast
like
to coast.
That sounds like records I want to hear. So I guess
Cool.
we'll let's see. What are we going to queue up to hear? What do we got?
What are we gonna get into here?
Dr. Hook rocking right now.
This is another record you brought, correct?
Yeah.
Dr. Hook record.
Dr. Hook and the
So I tell you
Medicine
what.
Show. Bankrupt.
Let's
It's a
go on
good
and
one.
take the Dig of the Week graphic, and then we're going to check out a little bit of this Dr. Hook, and we're going to come back with a special So to Speak and Chip Chat with our special in-studio guest, Carl, Tiffany, and we'll introduce another special guest coming up.
Oh, yeah, because we got a party going on in here
There's a party
tonight.
going on right after the break.
Yeah. Then we're going to get loud with it a little bit.
We're going to get loud here in a little bit.
Loud, okay.
So stay tuned. Things are going to get weird. It's going to get weird, folks. So
Amen.
so stay tuned. We're going to listen to a little Dr. Hook. We're going to come back in just a couple of minutes. So to speak, Chip Chat. Really, just a couple of minutes. Not a whole side of a record.
Nope.
Not a whole side of a record.
No.
It's time enough to smoke a cigarette.
Carl don't smoke cigarettes. All right. Stand by, folks. We'll be right back with you here on Grown Man Record Night.
We're out.
It's you. Sticking tuned with us here on Grown Man Record Night. We've been jamming. We got Carl and Tiffany in the studio. Timmy's also in the studio. We got Girlfriend in the studio. We're having a damn old party.
It's a party on a Friday night.
It's Memorial Day weekend, Friday night, and we're having a good time. We're jamming some of the records you guys brought over.
Oh, yeah.
And what was that? That was Dr. Hook we were just listening to. It had that little silly stuff at the end of it.
Yeah, a little acapella rip-off, but trying not to do too many downers, you know, a little
Yeah.
70s reference
It
there.
ain't okay if
But,
you do downs.
Yeah, you don't want to.
It ain't okay if you do downs all the live long
You
day.
don't want to do too many downs.
No, you really don't.
Nah.
You really don't.
Good
But
advice
you know,
there.
we've been shooting the bull a lot here this evening. You know,
Yeah, man, I'm getting a little parched.
we've been shooting the bull a lot, and it's starting to hoarse up my throat. And there's only one thing I know to quench my thirst here on a Friday night, and that's a good old soda.
That's right.
And so what we're going to have us is a good old so to speak now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so to
So to
speak.
speak.
That's what's up. We're gonna do a grand old so to speak, and I got a cool soda we're gonna talk about here tonight. We featured a few designer sodas in the past couple of weeks, so we're gonna go for something that you may be able to find right in your own grocer's shelf. We're talking about the Wink soda.
All right.
Now, I know Wink from growing up, and I had a lot of uncles that drank a lot of liquor.
All right.
And they would mix a lot of drinks and a lot of bourbon drinks. A lot of bourbon whiskey, Kentucky bourbon, Jim Beam,
Oh, yeah.
Jack Daniels, George Dickel, that family. That was pretty much what my
Absolutely.
family
All
drank.
good guys.
All
Yeah.
the Wiseman. And so my uncles would always have this around. So this is a great mixer. I know this ahead of time, but let me tell you a little bit of something about Wink. I just looked this up. I don't know this shit. I'm just making it up. I'm not really making it up. Wink is primarily a grapefruit-based soft drink. You know what? I'll tell you this.
Grapefruit-based.
It's kind of in the area of like a Mountain Dew or kind of a Mountain Dew 7-Up, but it's way more citrusy and like
that's where citrus is coming
fruit
from.
juicy
Yeah.
than that. It tastes like it's way more. Let's see. Does it even say if it's? I don't know how much percent juice it says.
I think I saw 2%.
2%.
Yeah.
All right, whatever.
Yeah, that's healthy.
Yeah, whatever.
Get your daily intake.
But it is grapefruit based, and although it contains other citrus flavors, currently owned and manufactured by Canada Dry North America, a subsidiary of the Dr. Pepper Company, Dr. Pepper Snapple Group. It was introduced by Canada Dry in 1965, so Wink's been around for a little bit. In the 60s and 70s, Wink's advertising billed it as the sassy one.
We'll see about that.
Don't get sassy.
We'll see about that.
Apparently, the jingle went, Wink, it's the sassy one from Canada Dry. That's creative.
Yeah, that's real catchy.
That's catchy. That's a creative jingle.
Yeah. Did you come up with that in one day?
For a brief period, Wink introduced a Dr. Seuss-like character called the Wink Gink.
Until they got sued by
I'm not making this shit up, Carl. The Wink Gink. There was a
Wow.
Diet Wink Low calorie version in the late 60s. Wink logo. There was a James Earl Ray. What? There was a Wink logo on the sign of the boarding house from which James Earl Ray allegedly assassinated Martin Luther King in Memphis, Tennessee on April 4th.
All right, that's reaching for a connection right there.
Hey,
that's just reaching for
that's
a relevant connection.
That's Wikipedia.
Right there.
So let's get into a little Wink soda, and I'm gonna pour a big cup,
right.
and we'll pass this around because I don't want to wash a bunch of cups.
Wow, I can smell it.
Yeah, smell that? Smell that grapefruit?
Ooh. Yeah, that's strong, man.
It's real citrusy.
All right.
So this is going to be a nice, refreshing soda. It's also going to be a good mixer that if you want to mix up any type of adult beverage, boy, that is nice and. Okay, good old Wink. Pass that around. What you think about that, Carl?
Wow.
I want to know what Carl thinks about it.
Surprisingly, that's good. I've never had Wink before.
Oh,
I'm
really?
not too much on the low end. I'm not too much on sodas in general.
Yeah, they're bad for you.
Don't drink too many of them. I try to keep it to about 1 Pepsi a day, and that's about it.
Of course.
My dentist told me years ago to stop drinking Mountain Dew.
Sure.
But this is mighty refreshing.
All right, let's pass this around.
Let's
Everybody
send
wants
that
to get a
around.
little taste of the Wink. That's a good soda, man. That's a good soda.
That's good. I'd buy that.
Yeah. So we've had a little taste of soda. I don't have a whole lot for soda speak this week. That's a good.
That's a good one.
It's a good one, and it's something to keep in mind. You'll see it in your local grocer. I don't know about our friends up north. I don't know how far Wink reaches.
Don't know.
I don't exactly know about distribution, but But I don't know.
No, I said you look at yourself too much when I have the camera pointed toward
Oh no, I'm looking at the camera. I'm talking to our friends on the internet.
Yeah.
Inner tubes.
No, I can see right
The
there if I
internet is
want to
just
see
a
myself.
series of
I'm on the
tubes.
monitor too. I'm looking at our friends
So I
on the
turned away
internet.
just so you wouldn't be tempted.
No, I'm looking at our friends on the
Oh,
internet.
wait, hold on.
No, see? I'm
there
looking
we
at
go.
our friends
Right
on the
there.
internet.
Right there, buddy.
Okay, so we got our fill of soda. We're
We
feeling
did.
a little bit hungry. We've been hanging out. We've been goofing around. We've been doing
Have
some
been
goofing
goofing
around on
around.
Friday night.
Shenanigans, just
There's been
wee
some shenanigans
Wee
about,
shenanigans.
and I'm
Wee
hungry.
shenanigans.
I'm hungry. And so it's time to have us a little snack.
Get into a little chips, man.
Little
Let's
chips.
get into a bag of chips.
Let's get into a bag of chips because it's time for our regular Friday night edition of Chip Chat here on Grown Man Record Night. And we have an entire stockpile of chips. We're going to cover a little more than half of them this evening, and then we're going to come back. Got to make a special mention that our friend Steve Jones, who's been on the program the past couple of weeks.
Right, caught Steve on the program
Yeah,
last
yeah.
week. Yeah, good segment.
Steve's a good friend of the program. Also, Trisha Bailey, she's another friend of the program. She provided me with an enormous bag of chips where a lot of these came
Wow.
from. So I took a little Steve and I took a little Trisha. So we're gonna mix it up, and then next week we'll mix it up again, and we'll come back with another chip chat where we're just. And it's really cool to have people supply you with chips for your program.
Oh, yeah.
If everybody had a program, everybody would have free chips.
Yeah.
And if you're not taking anything away from this program, other than that,
Get yourself a program.
get yourself a program. It's
Yay,
free.
chips.
You can get programs all over the place for free.
Yeah.
If you just ask, you just
Hey man, can I get that?
you do that. You do that, and you get you a program. So let's get into these. This is this is something that Steve picked up. The original salsitas. It's a spicy salsa flavored tortilla round. I think he picked these up at a Sheetz. And holy sheep.
Holy
Holy
sheets.
sheets.
I shit my pants.
I shoot my pants.
Alright, let's get
Here
into
we go.
these here.
Okay, stab and grab. Pass them around. Let's get a little.
Dab and grab.
Those are good, man.
Wow, a lot of flavor on those.
Now, from that same brand, the same pickup, Steve also hooked us
wow.
up. The same brand, but the guacamole version, right?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, these are going to be good.
Pronounce it correctly.
Guacamole. Guacamole.
Guacamoles.
Yeah, guacamoles.
Whack-a-mole.
Oh, they're green. They're so green.
Imagine that.
Guacamole.
Oh, let me get into that.
Okay.
You're still stealing the sauce.
Okay.
I want some guacamole.
Those are good too.
Have some guacamoles.
Steve made the
Oh, all right. I'll take some to my.
Steve made the connection that he picked these up in an area of one of the counties around here that has a lot of migrant workers, and you can't find those in just your everyday Sheetz.
No.
It just so happened it was close to a place where a lot of migrant farmers work, and there was a lot of those Doritos we had last week. They were rolled up, and they were like not normal Doritos. It was all Spanish on the back, and they were rolled up into tubes, like little corn tubes, and they were from the same store.
Little taquito type Doritos.
Yeah, you got it. You got it. That's it, Carl. Carl's got the word.
Taquito Dorito.
I don't know.
I
heard
that
Carl's got the
rhymes
word
right
now. I heard Carl's got the word now.
Hey, I rhyme words.
So we'll keep it moving with Chip Chat.
Yeah, let's keep it moving.
We got a couple more.
Oh, it's raining chips.
Okay. It's raining chips.
No, let's not do that.
Hallelujah.
I knew that was coming.
Hey, before we got a couple more bags of chips, but before we get going on that, I wanted to mention something. You guys had sent a present along to the folks here in the house of the program. This is probably a couple months ago, and they got kind of lost in the fridge.
3 or 4 months.
Yeah.
3 or 4
Quite a
It was
while,
back
yeah.
before Christmas. Before Christmas.
I would have dogged these down
5 months ago.
9 times over if I would have realized. These are some homemade pickles, and
We
what goes?
make tasty pickles.
You make tasty pickles. So what goes better with a nice chip and a nice cold beer than some homemade pickles?
Crisp garlic dill pickle.
Garlic dill. So tell me a little bit about what goes into making these dill pickles. You grow these cucumbers, and tell me what goes into the process.
Grow all the cucumbers.
Yeah.
And
What kind of cucumber you like? Burpless?
What do we use? They're
the little cannon ones.
they're the small cannon cucumbers.
You
The
don't
ones
want the
you don't want the
long
real
waxy
big,
ones.
long
Not the real big
slicers,
ones.
not the salad cucumbers. You
Right.
want to go with the smaller
Did
ones.
you say burpless?
They're burpee.
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 Burpee brand, well,
I think they're
Burpee's a
called
seed brand. They
Burpee.
put out
Yeah.
a lot of stuff, but Burpee
But-
puts out 3-4 different species of cucumber
seed.
So we go with the
I think
smaller
they're actually called
cucumbers
cannon
mostly. They're cannon
Cannon
cucumbers.
Yeah.
And we just slice them up, put them in an ice bath.
Yeah.
You mix up 2 parts vinegar, 1 part water. Put in 3 fresh garlic cloves in the bottom of each one and a teaspoon of dill.
This might have
Yeah.
been the ones we actually grew our own dill and put it to seed.
Yeah, and
Oh,
actually
okay.
I believe in
the
the...
dill seed.
We have grown our own dills. We grow our own herbs also.
Oh
And
yeah.
I believe this is homegrown dill seed.
Yep.
Wow, that's amazing. These are some amazing pickles.
That's a good pickle.
You want a pickle?
Those are sort of like chips.
They're crunchy.
It's a dill chip.
They are chips.
They're chips.
They're
They're
like
dill
chips.
chips.
It's a dill chip.
And it goes really well with chips.
Those go well on anything.
Well, that's
Bologna and
amazing.
cheese sandwich, cheeseburger, whatever.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
That recipe right there,
Yeah.
that goes back 4 generations on my mom's side of the family.
No
back
shit.
Back to Atala, Alabama.
Wow, man.
Yep.
Hey, my family's from Alabama.
Oh, right on. No wonder we get along.
Hell yeah. So let's keep it moving here on Chip Chat.
Let's keep it moving.
Trisha Bailey hooked us up with these Good Health Natural Foods olive oil potato chips with cracked pepper and sea salt.
All right.
These are a little more fancy.
Sounds a little fancy.
Got a nice ingredient list, though.
Yeah, sounds a little Whole Foodsy.
I think it was from Whole Foods, actually. Let's check this out. Oh, I can't get into them because you have to work out to be able to get into these.
Yeah, you got to work out. You got to yoga it open. Dude, you have to yoga it open.
Okay, here we go. We got a multi-tool.
Got a knife or a blade on you?
All right, here.
All right, we're throwing knives on Grown Man Record Night.
So these are olive oil, cracked pepper, and sea salt.
And the dog wants one. All right, let's go here.
These are very kettly, not too kettly. Oh, those are amazing.
Wow.
So
light.
They're very fresh tasting. So fresh. They are good. They're very good.
They are good.
Not a lot of bologna to go on with it. Not a lot of powdered excess nonsense.
Nah.
You're talking
no powder flavor. You're talking chip and a little bit of seasoning.
Yeah, that's the way it should be, man.
Salt and
Hey, can
pepper
you do me a favor
and a
ask
good
Carl
kettle
how
chip.
he feels about it?
How does Carl feel about it?
I feel good about it.
Carl feels good about it. So when you get down to the olive oil,
Be more
cracked sea
specific.
salt, Carl needs to be a little more specific.
Carl. Specific. We need more
All right.
specific, Carl.
I like the crunch. I like the kettle of it.
Yeah?
I think the salt. I think they may be a little heavy on the black pepper.
Yeah. But the
Sea salt's good. The
Yeah.
crunch of the kettle chip is amazing.
Yeah, it's just right.
That's almost like homemade.
That's right. It's just right.
And-
It's not too crunchy.
But they may be a little heavy on the black pepper. It may have just been the chip I pulled.
It lingers.
It does.
The black
linger.
pepper lingers.
It definitely lingers. The black pepper lingers. Let's
They're
see
really
if it was
good,
just
though.
that one
They're
chip.
really good.
Yeah.
They linger.
It's not that just that one chip.
Black pepper lingers. It's good, though.
I like black.
If you're a black
They're
pepper
good.
fan,
If
you'll
you're
enjoy
into
those.
the peppery thing, it's definitely
I
your
believe
bag.
these are at Whole Foods. Actually, I think these were at Ollie's, which is
good stuff,
a
man.
discount
Ollie's
store.
discount?
Most of these, so even though these were
About
these
a
are some
window unit.
fancier chips, I think they were at a really good
Yeah,
price.
And some ice cube trays. And
Really
some
good price.
chains and
So we have got some hot dogs and some bratwurst lined up to eat here
Oh, jeez.
momentarily.
No hot dogs.
No hot dogs?
Just brats.
Okay. So we've got things to eat up here. And here's another chip.
We got one more to go?
We got
Oh,
one more.
Good Lord. This is a
Okay.
big chip chat here.
This is a big chip chat.
I like chips.
Trisha also hooked us up with the Hers brand classic American hot dog. Okay, now we have had a hot dog chip on the program before. I think it was the Great Value brand from
It
Walmart.
was awful.
Yeah, now the problem was, and I explained to Trisha,
Great Value
she said,
brand.
have you had a hot dog flavor? And I was like, we've had a hot dog flavor. Here's the problem. It was just that. A hot dog flavor. It tasted
All
like
meat, no toppings.
raw weenie.
All meat and
It
no
just straight
toppings.
tasted like straight weenie, Carl.
Just a raw hot dog straight out the liquid.
And I'm like, oh, it really does taste like it, but who in the
Who wants
hell
that?
wants that?
Give me some chicken and waffles.
I thought I even said it. It's on a previous chip chat. If it had been like hot dog all the way, you know,
It might have made
chili, onions,
Mustard,
mustard,
ketchup,
all
yeah.
together, that would have been a dope chip, and I would have been all on
Might have
board.
made it, yeah.
She said these taste a little more like something like that, so we're gonna give them a shot.
All right. I'm going to approach this cautiously.
Carl, I'll tell you what. Since you came up this weekend,
I'll be the guinea pig here.
you'll be the guinea pig,
I'm
and
gonna
you let
approach
me
this
know about the
cautiously, though.
Hers Classic American hot dog,
Ours.
It smells like it's
Hers.
got ketchup on it.
a Pennsylvania chip company.
Tastes like mustard.
That's what I heard.
Tastes like mustard.
Those are good.
Not bad.
Those are good. Those are much better than the other
Mm-hmm.
hot dog chips that we've had.
Smells like ketchup. Tastes like mustard.
Nice.
Weird.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Weird.
That's cool though.
Mustard and soap.
Mustard and soap. Yeah, I get the soap
I do
aftertaste.
get it, yeah. No.
All right.
Much better
Better
than
ruin it, cameraman. Good job.
much better than the Walmart effort. I'll have to say.
Yeah.
This doesn't just taste like straight weenie.
No.
No.
There's some other stuff going
There's
on.
some mustard in there.
So
Tastes like mustard to me.
we've had an epic chip chat.
This has been pretty
That's
epic.
Great, man.
That's an epic chip chat.
I don't know more.
One for the ages.
Yeah, we covered 4 chip brands and a
And-
homemade version of pickles.
Oh yeah.
It expands my love of potato chips.
Oh yeah.
It does.
It's good to expand.
And I've already got a full complement to go next week. And
chicken and waffles are the best.
yeah, the chicken and waffles is good stuff.
Chicken and waffles is the best thing I've had in a long time.
Yeah. So anyhow, we appreciate you joining us. We're going to wrap it up here in the studio. We're going to continue to jam some rock and roll records, some records that Carl brought. We got that Megadeth. We're going to that Carl brought.
Yeah, about to get loud with it here in a little while.
We're going to get silly. We're going to get silly.
We're going to get silly. We're going to rock it down a little bit.
We're going to play Megadeth.
We're going to hype it up.
And the Chronic.
We're going to play the Chronic. We're going to play some punk rock.
Yeah, that's right.
The
No Effect stuff.
We're going to get a little Bucko 9 in there if anybody knows about that. If not, you got to check out Calling In Sick.
So it's going to get crazy. So stay tuned with us here on Grown Man Record Night, and we appreciate you kicking off your Memorial Day weekend, and we'll see you next time. Continue to listen for some cool-ass rock and roll music here on Grown Man
Record Night.